Alright, so today I am going to be trying a new product on my 57 right here. Product's called Water Wetter. This stuff apparently can drop the temperature of your coolant by 15 to 20 degrees. Okay. The reason why I'm going to try this stuff out is so sometimes when I'm driving, especially in the summer, when I'm headed home from a show, my temperature goes up to about 210 on my car. And yes, I know a lot of guys will say, oh, 210 is fine, blah, 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 all that. And yeah, I get that. I know it's not that it's fine. But the thing is, the motor I have in this BelAir is more or less the same as the one I have in that truck right there. And that truck, which also has a 180 degree thermostat in it, will run 180 all day long. Okay. One difference that is true with the motor I have in here versus that one is this one is bored out 30 over, so the walls are a little thinner, so it will tend to run a little bit hotter because of that. But still, I feel like that if I can just get this to go down to at least 190 or 200 when I'm driving on a hot summer day, that'd really make me happy. Now, another difference with my BelAir is I do have a 3-row radiator here or 3-core rather than a 4-core. Okay, and if you take a look at the size of that radiator versus the size of the radiator in my truck, this is about twice as wide, so it goes from here all the way to here. Okay, so it is a wider radiator, so it probably gives well, it actually holds more coolant than my BelAir, so it allows the coolant to cool off faster or more so than in my BelAir. So if you were to imagine the radiator from my truck in my BelAir, it would probably go from about right here where my overflow tank is all the way to about here. Okay, so yes, it is a wider radiator, so that's probably also why the truck does run cooler. But still, this should not be running as hot as it does. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start this up and let it run for about 20 minutes so that, and you don't have to do this if you're using Water Wetter for you can just go to the step where I'm about to go to of just getting it into your coolant system. But for demonstration purposes of this video, I'm going to let this run for about 20 minutes, show you where it gets to just sitting idle in my garage. This way we also have a point of reference for when I do add it later on. Okay, so I'm going to let this run for about 20 minutes. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Then I'll show you what the temperature gauge is at, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we've been running for about 20 minutes now. As you can see on my electrical gauge right here, it shows that my temperature is fine. It's the electrical gauge that comes stock with the car. The gauge attaches to the head of the cylinder, or the cylinder head. But if you have a classic car like I do, I recommend getting a mechanical gauge, which gives you a very accurate reading as to what your temperature actually is. As you can see, just sitting here idle in the garage, sitting at 190. Again, not a huge problem, but if this Water Wetter does what it's supposed to, that should hopefully drop down to at least 180 sitting here idle the same amount of time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the car off. Now, like I said, you didn't have to pre-run it like I did unless you wanted to get an idea of where you were running before you add Water Wetter. But since I have done this, I now have to wait until the system cools off because I do not want to undo that cap and have hot 190 degree coolant spray all over me. So I gotta let it cool off and depressurize. Then we'll drain it a little bit and we'll add the Water Wetter and run this test again and see where we are temperature wise. So we've had some time for things to cool down. As you can see here, we're just above 100 right there, so we should be safe. The overflow is still showing a little high, but we'll go ahead and open up the cap and release the pressure, but I'm going to grab a rag just to be safe. Okay, so there we go. What I'm going to do, we're going to drain some of the coolant. Okay, so got my drain pan here underneath. You can see it right there. And then I'm just going to loosen up the petcock here. Some fluid go out. And as that gets low enough where I can add the water wetter. Coolant's drained down about an inch. Whatever goes out of here will just go into the overflow and then eventually get cycled back in the system. Got my petcock closed off. Now I'm going to add the water wetter. And this stuff mixes with all antifreeze. Alright, got the cap back on. Make sure this is tight. Alright. Now we're going to start it up and let it run for 20 minutes, just like we did before. Okay, so we've been sitting